Goddess Body Mind Spirit community. This is your Goddess Guru, Tirra-Omilade, here to share a word of inspiration with you on your path to self-realization and self-mastery. I love helping people align with their life destiny using ancient wisdom so that they, you, me, we live courageously and confidently the amazing, wonderful, abundant, glorious lives that we know we deserve. How are you all doing? I wanted to just get on today and talk about why perhaps people are distracted from their destiny. If you were on my live stream the other day, you already know, but I just wanted to take a little bit of time to kind of give it in a summary because one of the things that we talked about is that part of the reason people are distracted is because of this concept in E5 called, excuse me, I typed in the wrong word. Let me type this in. Hold on a second. Ajogun. Okay, the Ajogun. The Ajogun are these dark energies that seek to keep us distracted from our destiny. And one of the ways it has, in a very ingenious and effective way, done this is it doesn't allow people the ability to listen to things for a long time. People don't like long videos. And so I said, you know what? This is too important. I do not want you to be distracted from your destiny. And so I'm going to make a quick, brief summary of what we talked about the other day because it is just that important to me. So, one of the things that would let you know, are you falling under the influence of the Ajogun? And again, this is a concept that I learned as a student of Ifa. And that is, it is the Ajogun are the negative energies. And one of the ways that you know, perhaps, you're under the influence of the Ajogun is you can't focus for long. You find yourself constantly going from one thing to another. Now, if you're a Gemini, this is your makeup, okay? And you would have to train yourself to make sure you put things in place to, help you to be able to stick and stay with some things. Geminis are not meant all the time to stick and stay, but Geminis have the energy of Gemini is invaluable, okay? So it's a beautiful thing. However, the majority of us have to realize that it's not exactly normal to not be able to focus, okay? So that's one sign that you may be operating, and this is a worldwide thing. This is not just you're just like this bad human who has been affected by the Ajogun. This is worldwide. So you can't focus on one thing at a time. And then I've already talked about it. You can't finish what you start. You can't focus on something for long periods of time, such as watching long videos, sitting down and reading a book from start to finish. You know, how many of us, and I'm guilty of this, this is one of the reasons I'm letting you all know because I identified this in me. You get a book and you never finish that book. We've heard the saying, if you really want to hide something, put it in a book. I will give you a recent example of this for me. I have a book that I've had for years, and I decided I'm just going to thumb through this book and see what else is in this book since I didn't finish it. And truth be told, I don't even know I think I've just skipped around in this book. Okay. I looked and I thought, I would have had my answer a long time ago had I just freaking picked up this book and read it from cover to cover. So yeah, that's something else. The inability to focus on things for long terms, long amounts of time. Because what ends up happening is when we start something and we don't finish it and we can't focus on things, long periods of time, how can you achieve your destiny if you can't focus? If you keep it, let's say there's 5 parts to make this destiny project complete. And I don't believe I have one destiny. I don't believe you have one destiny. I believe that we come here to have many successes, many projects that we can work on. But there might be that one huge, big dream and goal that you have. And so the question is, if it's 5 parts and you start on part one, but you don't finish part one, you skip to part two, and then you don't finish part two, and then you skip to part three, and then you come back to part one. Oh my God, I got to go back to part three, blah, blah, blah. That's how it looks when you start and you don't finish. Or this is your destiny. You were working on this, but you got distracted and started working on this. Oh, let me go back to my destiny. Oh, I'm going back over to this thing over here that's something different, right? How can you stay focused and achieve your destiny if you constantly are starting and stopping? Um, so that's one thing. Now, then the other thing is, if you can't focus, most people who I see who are successful, they had to have the ability to focus intensively on whatever it was. They were not deterred. They would not be denied. They stayed focused on their goal, right? So this is another example of why, if you aren't achieving your destiny because of these, it might be because the Ajogun, their game is really working. Like, you've bought into the game of the Ajogun, and you see that I have notes here. So that's why I'm looking down. Lastly, you are addicted to chaos. And I say this gingerly. I believe in keeping up with news. Let me tell you something. I'm a recovering news junkie. I don't watch news on TV. So let's just be clear about that. I'm one of the YouTube news people. I choose my news handpicked. All right. Because I like truth. All right. I don't like spin. I like truth. And I'm telling y'all, that news, and I feel like I pick news that's truly about progress, but I tell you, it was keeping me in chaos. As soon as I started listening, and it's like, well, I want to be informed. I want to keep up what's going on. I care about humans, blah, blah, blah. And so I just said to myself, I have to give it up. It's killing me. It's killing me. Because on some level, what I began to realize was I actually enjoyed it. It was like, I actually get something out this feeling of being pissed off. And, I have been since easily 2012, been seeking to find my way of being engaged in the community and doing something to actually do something. But I began to realize that there was a part of me that was using that news to, I don't know, blow off steam. I can't explain it, but I'm sure y'all can relate. You find yourself in chaos in some way. For me, it was using news. For you, it may be something else. You just full of drama, friends circle just full of drama. Or maybe it's you like watching these drama type things on TV. I used to be the same way. I used to watch things that were very dramatic and chaotic on TV. I would be so lost in it. That's something else. And I talked about this, getting lost in things like music. And, you listen to music so much and you just talking about what they're talking about in the music. And, you're talking to the person who's writing it and you're sharing it. But then what do you do regarding your destiny? Like, how is that taking you towards your destiny? But so, yeah, we have to look at, where do we have chaos? It could be just a chaotic mind and we just let it rip. It's like, I can't even fight it. I'm done. I can't even fight it. We just, just let it be a runaway train. So that's another way. You just, chaos is all around you. And there's some aspect to it that you're like, yeah, I like this chaos. There's some chaos that is very effective and purposeful. There's chaos on the path to where you want to go. It will happen. There will be chaotic moments, but it will be purposeful. There will be some lessons, some meaning. I'm talking about chaos where you're just checked out. So these are things that we can begin to think about. Can't finish, can't focus, chaos is your friend, you might be under the spell of the Ajogun. And what you have to do is reverse engineer that thing. Okay, if I can't finish anything, then that means I'm forcing myself to finish something. I'm finishing something. 90 days, start to finish. 30 days, start to finish. 21 days, start to finish. Cleaning out my closet. Not going to stop till I finish. Not going to talk to nobody on the phone. We'll break for lunch. That's it. Okay. Got a course that I need to finish. Start to finish. Do it. Okay. Or you reverse engineer your focus. I will tell myself, I will sit down and freaking watch this documentary. Now, we're not trying to be focusing on stuff that doesn't edify us, or read this book from start to finish. Read this book. I will read for 30 minutes to an hour. I will read 3 times a day, 30 minutes a day. Anything that will make you have to really work this focus muscle. And then where there is chaos, I will choose peace. If it's the people around me, they're chaotic, I'm just not going to let them upset me anymore. I'm just choosing peace. Now, there's things that we might have to do. We might have to work our energy. We might have to read some spiritual works, listen to our spiritual teachers, do readings and different things like that for ourselves, right? If I'm inserting myself into the chaos, like me, okay, no more watching the news. I have a small amount of time that I allow myself to look at headlines. I don't even really try to go super deep. I'm just trying to keep up with what's going on, because sometimes I hate getting sidetracked by certain headlines or whatever. And so these are the things that we have to do in order to come from under the spell of the Ajogun. Now, we do have energies that work in our favor. We have the Ajagun. Thank goodness for the Ajagun. So the Ajagun are positive energies. You can call on them to assist you. You can call on them to help you. You can call on the Ajagun to help be a lamp, to light up that pathway before you. You do not have to live distracted from your destiny. Okay? It's not necessary. I hope that this video has been helpful. I do have an inner circle where I love to share wisdom that helps combat the Ajogun. The Ajogun, it's so easy to say Ajogun are, they don't like wisdom. They don't like us engaging in spiritual practices and spiritual teaching and learning spiritual things. They don't like that. So that's one of the reasons I share in my inner circle. So you can go to goddessbodymindspirit.com and learn more about it there. I do readings also. And again, the more wisdom you shore yourself up with, the more it creates immunity to falling under the spell, the guise, and the game of the Ajogun. Blessings of the Ajagun. The energies of light be upon you. This is Tirra-Omilade. Thank you all so much. Let me know, do you struggle with any of these destiny distractions? And what are you going to do to change things around? Because guess what? Your destiny is waiting on you to make itself manifest, to help make the world a better place. Thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. And I will see you in the next video. Peace and love.